Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. Now, we're going to be talking about Final Fantasy 15 for the Nintendo Switch. It has been confirmed. It has been confirmed that the Pocket Edition is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Yes, that's right, the Pocket Edition. Not the full version, but the Pocket Edition. Are you surprised? Well, you shouldn't be surprised because this was talked about a year ago at Gamescom 2017. It was heavily hinted that Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition was going to be coming to the Switch, and I know a lot of you guys out there didn't want to believe it. You wanted to believe that it was the full version of Final Fantasy 15 coming to the Switch, but that wasn't the case. There was some rumors and talk of Final Fantasy 15 going on to the Switch running Unreal Engine 4, like being remade in that engine for the Switch, and that was also in September, reported by Eurogamer, and I'm going to leave the links in the description. But just 2 months later, in November 2017, I was sent an article by GameRevolution.com, who did an interview with Hajime Tabata, the director of Final Fantasy 15, and he even said in the article, "Hey, did you read this story online that says I'm bringing Final Fantasy 15 to Switch using Unreal Engine?" Game Revolution said, "No, I didn't. Is that true?" Then he says, "No." And then the question was, can the Switch even run Final Fantasy 15? Tabata said, "No, it can't." So he squashed the Unreal Engine 4 idea right there. And obviously he said way before in early 2017 that the Switch cannot run Final Fantasy 15 on the Luminous engine at all. So no, definitely not. The Nintendo Switch, at least this current iteration of the Nintendo Switch, is not getting the full version of Final Fantasy 15. But it is getting Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition, and it was confirmed in a trailer today by Square Enix, and it was rumored to be shown on that Nintendo Direct that was delayed until next week, most likely due to the earthquakes in Japan. Let's go way back to Gamescom 2017 when this was discussed, and a lot of assumptions were made that the full version of Final Fantasy 15 was coming to the Switch, and that was based on the question that the Final Fantasy 15 team was going to be supporting a certain system that rhymes with Twitch, and obviously Tabata was referring to the Switch. And so there were a lot of people that jumped to conclusions and assumed that Final Fantasy 15 was being ported to the Nintendo Switch, the full version of the game. But the big lesson here is that when you look at interviews, you have to look at the context of what is going on in the interview. Now, back in that time, I did not make a video on the subject. I think I was taking a break or something from YouTube, but I did tweet out a few things on this subject, and basically what I said is that he already made it clear that the game wasn't coming to the Switch in the first place, and that if anything, he was referring to the Pocket Edition coming to the Nintendo Switch. And in that Gamescom interview, guys, if you looked at it, it was in context of the preview of Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition for mobile devices. That interview was all about Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition. It was not about Final Fantasy 15 full version or anything like that. It was all about the Pocket Edition, and that's when the subject of the Nintendo Switch came up. So it was very logical to conclude at that time that he was hinting at a possible Pocket Edition coming to the Nintendo Switch at a later time, or even another spin-off, but he really did not seem like he was referring at all to the full version of Final Fantasy 15 from that interview. And then right after that, IGN interviewed Tabata, and he even said back then at that time in 2017 that the Switch would have a chance to get Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition on the console as a port. They just needed to add traditional controls. And then on top of all of that, you're dealing with translations from websites from Japanese to English. You're dealing with live translators from what they're speaking in Japanese there. So quite possibly a lot of this information that Tabata was saying was coming across mistranslated. It looks like they never had the intention to actually port Final Fantasy 15, the full version, to the Nintendo Switch. It does look like they had the intention of bringing the Pocket Edition to the Nintendo Switch at some point, which they have fully confirmed. It is coming to the system and is coming to PS4 and Xbox One at a later time. No date has been confirmed just yet, but it is definitely coming to the Nintendo Switch, and you can finally put to rest whether or not Final Fantasy 15, the full version, is coming to the current iteration of the Switch. The answer is no, but Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition is coming to the Switch. So the question is, are you even interested at all in Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition for the Nintendo Switch? And I can understand clearly if you're not interested as well, because the game is going to be listed as $30 as the price, And I just noticed that Spawnway pointed out online that you can actually buy a Final Fantasy 15, the full version, I think on PS4. It's been on sale recently for as little as $9 US. So is the game worth it to have the cut down version of it on the Nintendo Switch? That is totally up to you. Obviously, if you want to play it like that, that is your choice, and I'm totally fine with that if you want to play the game like that. But obviously, fans were really excited for a possible port of the full version of Final Fantasy 15. They were hoping it would happen, and it's not going to happen. So at least Switch owners are going to be getting some version of Final Fantasy 15 on the console, probably by the end of the year. I don't know for sure, but obviously not that much longer. You'll have to wait to play this game on the Nintendo Switch if you are really interested in it. The lesson of the story here is context of interviews, context of developer interviews. I can't stress that enough. When you see an interview, when you see something online, when you see like a little snippet of something, make sure you research the background of the information, what was said before that and what was said after that, to get the full context of what they're talking about with that subject. Because what happened here was a simple matter of missing the context of the information and assuming something that wasn't true based on not having enough information to form a solid opinion on. Context of information will tell you exactly what to expect on these kind of things. And way back then in Gamescom, when they were talking about Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition for mobile devices, and then when the Switch was brought up, it should have been something that clicked for people that, hey, maybe they're referring to a possible future port of Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition for the Nintendo Switch, and not the full version of the game. Alright guys, so let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Are you going to be picking up Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition for the Nintendo Switch? And if you are, let me know your reasons why. And if you are not, and if you're upset with this information, let me know why as well in the comments. Alright, if you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button, subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you very soon in the next video. Have a great day.